Hello! Welcome to another Red Stream. I'm gonna be doing some, oops, wait. Yeah. Got confused for a second there for some reason. I know why. Because all my things are closed. There we go. I was like, I gotta get to the music. That's very odd. Wait, this is... Well, hopefully it works right. Let's see. No. One sec. No, don't surprise me. What's classic rock? Cool. Yeah, I thought I would just... Someone was drawing Pokemon as humans, so I thought it'd be fun to work on drawing spells as humans. And then I'm like, what if I gave them like also like fantasy shapes as well, so they're not just all human. They can be like shaped in different ways. Nice. Yeah, I've tried that before, but apparently YouTube, even if it's all it's all legal. It will find one track in the Naruto soundtrack and tell me that it's not allowed, and it will censor me for like 40 seconds out of like 3 hours of music, because that's how YouTube works. It's like, I'm just gonna get my glove. There we go. Oh, look, it's cool. How dare you? You lied to me! No, I'm just kidding. You didn't do it! Nah, traditional's fine too. I'm getting out my I got some acrylic markers, and I really want to try them out because we'll see. I might try and make paint on some pumpkins this year. I've done that in the past for my nieces and nephew, and it'd be fun to do that again. But maybe I'll have to ask, see if they're interested even. But maybe they are. Can always. The tricky part is trying to get the stuff to work, because like I think you just gotta put the right primer down sometimes. Oh, yeah, I think I know which one maybe. Yep. What is this? I don't... What is this? How is this... How is synth classic rock? Presley, why are you crazy? Let's just put on the chill, because at least the chill is chill. Oh, the one that always got stuck in my head was the one that was on during a lot of the filler, because it was the only good part of those episodes. Me and my friend were like, best part of the show, whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot. I can't remember all of it, but that's kind of how it kind of had that like sound to the opening of it. Because that was during the era when there was like the male ninjas and the what else? I forget. There was I think one of the only fillers I actually really liked. I mean, there wasn't some were better than others. I think the one that I actually liked was when they went to that village and everyone was having a contest to see if they could make everyone else laugh. And like the seeing Shino trying not to laugh. Hello, hey Nix. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna be working on some character designs. I'm gonna be doing I'm trying to create creatures and characters that are disposable in my comic because I want Richard to be able to like cut loose sometimes, and I don't want him to hurt people really severely. So I'm trying to think of like other creatures. I'm doing all right. How are you? Glad that the workday is over with and I can just cut loose and have some fun drawing. Trying to think of some cool spells to imbue with these creatures. I might even just do random. Let's see if I can find something like a random. Well, I'd have to create it though. That'd be hard. I should have done that before. I should have done that before stream. Darn. There must be a. I can't remember if there's a place where I could do that. But like maybe. Because like the villain has this creature that's made from his staff because he can't come to our plane of existence, but he can send things through, like because the tear is small, so he can. Oh, cool! Nice. Yes, the head of this character is like the head of his staff, and he, like send it through to attack Grace. And it's this like splinter golem. Like it's made out of like shards of metal and petrified wood. I'm trying to think of I don't have a good pose right now for him though, so I'm not going to draw him. Trying to think of a. Maybe. Because here's one. I'll show you one I was working on. Here's I'm working on. This is a water spell. She's gonna be a. I don't know about the fishnet. I'll think about that. Actually, that might be kind of funny, like doing fishnet and make them actual like real fish. Like maybe have like fish swimming through her or something. But right now, I thought about doing. I want to start another one first. Let's see. Maybe an ice one would be kind of cool. I did have this idea for this, like, got this character a long time ago. Maybe I'll make him in, or make a creature based around what he was going to be, which is like this ice troll or ice orc that's nice. Yeah, I might do that later. And get some hard-boiled eggs later for dinner. But I mean, pretty uneventful day so far. Just work. Work, came home, played a little Silk Song to unwind, and now I'm drawing. And after that, I'm probably gonna watch the premiere of what's that called? Knights of Guinevere. Let me get a drink. Because that looks pretty cool. Let's see. These are some cool, decent. Let's see. Really? All of them. I've only seen, I think I've only seen 2 of them. Honestly, I'm trying to remember the 3rd one. I didn't see that Rumpelstiltskin one. The second one, I like the fairy godmother being evil. That was fun. So I liked her character. Ooh, I like this character design. I just don't know if I'm going to be using it. I'll find something for it though. Let's have some fun with this guy. I'll just rough this guy out. If I don't end up using him, that's fine. Well, once they got to the point where, like, I forgot. There was like one where his father-in-law was passing a. Was that the 4th one where his father-in-law's like passes away and he's like forced to become the king or something like that? I forget. But like they were just like making jokes at the funeral, and I'm like, this is really weird. Like they're like, oh, he croaked, and I'm like, guys, he's not even in the ground yet. It's like, what are you doing here? Like, this is too dark for me. Well, not even that. It's just like too, like, I don't want to say cringe, but just too. I guess that is cringe technically. I don't think I got that. I'm trying to think which one that was in. Yeah, I can't. I think this. I'm curious to see this Knights of Guinevere because it seems like another person from Disney basically like cutting loose on them pretty much, just being like, this is how what it's like working there, kind of, or not, or just poking fun at like trends within Disney. But while telling their own story. I'll count this as a practice because I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna like this design when I'm done with it. It's kind of spur of the moment, kind of. Kind of a redraw almost of a very old character I made. Trying to. I think it's kind of like with Land Before Time, where I'm sure the later ones are fine, but I just kind of like I like the first one so much. I've never really pursued the other ones. Because I heard they were good from other people, but I never really got around to watching them. They were a little bit younger aimed than I was at the time, so like a little hard to, well, not hard to watch, but like because I'm sure the animation was fine, but it just wasn't the same as the first one, which really had high production value. Why are all these songs talking? So why don't we do this? Leave those off. Oh, they're doing a remake though, aren't they? I think that's why they're putting them all on Netflix, is because of the remake, where they're giving him a new style, which I've only seen a few screenshots of, so I don't want to comment on it because a screenshot's not the same thing as seeing something in motion. So, but some people were saying it looks AI, but I hate using that accusation until I see things for myself. Because, like, a lot of things can look something without being them. Especially when it comes to that accusation. Maybe this isn't. Well, it could still be an orc like base kind of spirit, I guess. Like it could look. Like it could have the shape of one anyway. Maybe it's like mostly just like ice and armor, kind of. It's just a way for me to have characters, you know, like in some, how like in, like the Foot Clan kind of like so, soldier kind of characters that could like pop up and Richard can cut the cut down without worrying about taking a life because they're living spells, but they're not sentient. Have you watched Baruto? Because you were talking about Naruto songs. I'm just curious because like I never got around to that one, but people say it's good. But I just haven't had time, and I might eventually try and go back and watch it. Although I still need to finish Naruto actually Shippuden anyway because I never did. I got to the war and then I kind of called it there. I'm like, this is good place to stop. Yeah, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've seen clips online and I'm just worried because I've heard mixed reviews. I'm not sure what to expect. Like I've heard they changed. They kind of made Hinata even less of a character than she already was, and I'm a little worried about that because she wasn't really given much even in Shippuden. And I just heard mixed review, like people saying many different things, and it's hard to be sure if they're just people who were never really fans or if they're, because I'm sure if I looked hard enough I'd find the same things with yeah, with like Free Ren. I'm sure there's people that don't like that, and I love that show. So actually, why don't we just give him like a full, since he's not even a living thing, he doesn't even need a mouth. I'll just make all of this ice. He kind of looks like oh shit, what's his name? Like that face covering for that guy from One Piece. I'll have to make it look less like a face wrap and more like just a huge block of ice. I think he was, for strength wise, yeah, I think he was one of mine too. I liked Shinji because he was the first person in the show to feel like a real, other than he was the first like young person in the show to feel like a ninja, because Kakashi feels like a ninja, and then but like Shinji is he's the first one where he's like really quiet and like, I mean, he's got a weird like clan trait with the bugs and everything, but his main thing is stealth, and there's not many people that do that. Most people are more like, I'm gonna cast a spell and I don't need to be stealthy. Like even the main villain isn't very good at is only kind of good at stealth. He's better at espionage than stealth. So Rock Lee, like that, his reveal of like the gates, that was really cool. And like his relationship with Gara too, like the fact that he pretty much like saved inadvertently, like him and Naruto pretty much like saved the Sand Village without even meaning. Like they were just trying to protect themselves, but they kind of like by saving him, they saved that nation. And Gara's in my top. Yeah, most of them are magic. I mean, Gara doesn't need to be a ninja. He's kind of just like got a walking. He's like a walking, just like uber powerful sandbender. He does. He's just like I just encase everything around me. I turn everything around me into a desert, and then I just crush it. The only in there's only been two people. Well, I don't remember anyone really. I mean, he's had difficult fights too, but like that explosion guy and what was the other one? There was like I didn't see who he fought. Oh, he fought his dad in the war. That's right. That was the most. I didn't like that fight. I was sorry. That's a little bit of a spoiler for you, but it's not a good fight. So I'm just warning you. It's kind of disappointing. Like his dad has such a weird power. He controls gold, dust. So like it's kind of like that whole thing from the Flash, how there's that one thief who she can. Yeah. Oh, Ten. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I made with like my character Richard, my one of my main characters in my comic. He summons weapons too, and I mean even in like My Hero, I feel she's a better version of Ten. I forget her name, but the that hero that can pull items out of herself. Yeah. Oh, you did get to that part. Okay. So you good. I didn't want to spoil something, but I'm like that part's just so disappointing that I'm like I better warn him. I better warn this because like that was just such a shame. It's like really. Because it wasn't really even much of a fight, honestly. It was just like who can throw the bigger pile of whatever at each other, and then like I think Gara. I forgot even how Gara won that fight, but it was. I thought what I saw of Rock Lee's fight during that whole thing, because that was one of the few other ones I did jump in on, and his was a little bit more interesting. Oh, cool. Yeah, because when I made my character, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if like I kind of worked him backwards, where I'm like, I didn't do his power, I did like his story, and then I kind of said, what kind of power would be cool with this story? Because I'm like, he's a retired like black ops like secret agent kind of guy, and but he's a really big guy, so I'm like, what would he be kind of cool is having him be like a walking armory, so that he could just sneak into places and then just be like, poof, I got a weapon. And even better than that, unlike people like Tenten or some even like that other character, hello, his ability has to do with like he summons weapons that he's made, so they can be enchanted. So he could basically summon an axe that's got fire on it, and then Now, and he doesn't need to carry that, so he's just can. It's an easy way to move around really quick and quiet. And and in his prime, he could transport to his weapons too. So throughout the story, he's going to try and learn that ability again. 'Cause it might come in handy. We were just talking Naruto. Because saying how we both are trying to, at the very end, to Shippuden. Or Shippuden, sorry. I think I always said that wrong. I'm never sure if I said it. But, yeah, Tenten was a shame because she's kind of like, she could have been like Batman, but that's useful too. Hey, I mean, your character already has the super speed, which is the part that he's trying to relearn. Because when he could teleport around to his weapons, he was a force to be reckoned with. Because he could pretty much just like trick someone into taking an item that or he can get someone to like give someone an item, and then he could go sneak in to do espionage by just teleporting to what they had. Unless they threw it out, I guess, in which case he'd end up in a trash can. Yeah, she's just like, here's the... Yeah. Like, if she actually had control of those weapons, that would have been a cooler ability. Because then she could have been like a Magneto kind of character. Like, if she could summon them and then, like, control them like a typhoon of weapons. That would have made her really powerful. But they're like, nah. She's just a background character to admire Rock Lee. And make fun of him at the same time. And it's like, wait, but you're not as strong as him. Why are you... why are you making fun of him for not being able to use ninjutsu when your ninjutsu doesn't do anything? When a regular kunai can cancel your ability, that's not a good ability. Like, Ino has a better ability than you. An early Inu, not even later Inu. Right, if she could like zip around and grab them as she's like fighting, that would have been a better ability. But nope. Then again, she's not the only one where they messed up a cool power, because like there was that guy that could I forget his name, but he was part of when what was his name? He could draw like monsters and then control them. He was part of the Seed clan, or the Seed organization that worked within the village. Sorry, this is probably very like just the two of us kind of conversation. I realize I'm just like, and then there's this, and then there's this, and everyone else is like, great. But yeah, no, he was he could draw anything, and he like, it feels like One Piece did a better version of that character, because at least he could like do some interesting things with his ability. I won't spoil who or what. I mean, you kind of know if you've watched the show, but it's kind of cool. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's almost like a water effect too. Because this is kind of what this guy was. He was just like this. He was going to be like a this like frost orc, but making him so he's cursed or something by his own magic would be kind of cool. Where it's taking control of him. Because that was gonna be something in my story where like if you could lose control and because the magic became more wild, so it was very unpredictable with what it would do. Which is nothing new. I've seen other people do that, but it's just kind of a fun thing to play around with. Yeah. Hang on. Stupid. Thing. Sorry, there. I can read it easier over here. No. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, shapeshifting characters can be really fun because it's a chance to just. I was thinking of making a few of those, or like a certain fae that they run into that can do that, like probably some kind of forest spirit, probably that they run into. Like a nymph or something, or yeah. What if? Oh, yeah. I was gonna be like, what if this is an undead orc, but just orc that's been corrupted. It's fine. I mean, technically, he kind of maybe he could be saved possibly by other magic, but it would take a lot to counter this. I'll be right back. I need to get some water. Yeah. Favorite character in... Oops. Hang on. The fandom? Yeah. Which... Oh, the fandom. Yeah, that's too bad, because I like the show. I luckily never really interacted with the fandom, so... And I don't mean that it is like, you know what I mean. Like, it's like saying I haven't interacted with the Steven Universe fandom because, like, I just enjoyed the show and just avoided Tumblr and didn't let myself get overwhelmed by all the people that are just fighting with each other over I don't even know what. But like some of the characters were pretty fun. Like Todoroki's kind of interesting, and Bakugo is an acquired taste. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've there's been other anime characters like him in the past where it's the annoying character that slowly Vegeta. He's Vegeta. He essentially is the angry guy who slowly gets more and more relatable as the story goes along. Oh, it gets there's a lot better than that later on, but just don't make the mistake I did of like putting it into YouTube at all, because the minute I did that, it gave me every spoiler. And I'm just like, guys, can I just watch the show? It's like, you'll never guess what happens in this episode of the manga. And I'm like, guys, I'm just watching the anime. It's not even done yet. And they're like, this is how it ends. It's like, stop giving away spoilers. Like, same with One Piece, where I'm just like, guys, stop giving me... It's like, you know, the only thing I've looked up on here are shorts about, like, lore in the episodes I've seen. And it's like, oh, but what about this current manga page? And I'm like, don't show me that. It's too far in the future. There's that one anime, I keep forgetting the name of it, Black something. Black uh Emblem? No. It's the one where the kid has like is born at the same time as his brother, and he has but he they thought he didn't have magic, but it turns out he has anti-magic. I tried to get into it. It just wasn't for me. I'm sure it's good. It's just kind of one of those shows where, like, much like you with My Hero, where it just didn't mesh. Like, I tried to watch the first few episodes. Yes, Black Clover. Yes, I tried to watch the first few episodes of Black Clover, and I'm like, I'm sure this is fine, but it just like the main character is just not my kind of. It's not my cup of tea. Very loud. Hurts my ears. Kind of like how in well, that's kind of the case almost with the guy from Chainsaw Man, but I might eventually check out Chainsaw Man in manga form because I don't like the 3D. The CG art kind of just doesn't mesh with me because how the chainsaw looks in 3D looks off to me. Sometimes it looks really good, but and I haven't seen the later episodes, so maybe it gets better. That was eerily timed. This song just creep that hearing that "Don't Cry" just made me so scared for a second. I'm like, what? Where's it coming from? Let's get the anime or the Final Fantasy one. At least I know this one won't scare me. Okay. Maybe he's. A very dark blue. And maybe he's retained some of his heat in his eyes. Like that's the only thing left. I'm excited to see more of Spy Family. That'll be coming back in October. Seen which? Have I seen which one? The little. Oh, the Black Clover. No, I've seen one episode of Black Clover, and I've seen Sorry, distracted for a second there. But the yeah, there's a couple good ones. Like Hunter x Hunter. I'm sorry. Yes, I haven't seen all of it. I saw up until partway through. I forget the name of the arc. It's the one where Killua's trying to like gain. He's trying to like save Gon because he's. It was right after the Hunters arc. I mean after the Chimera Ant arc, the repercussions of that, all that stuff. Like he's trying to save his friend, and he's in that race for power, kind of. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but Like and aren't they still making more episodes? Like I thought that I don't know if they done the Wild or what's it called, the Dark Nation or whatever it's called. Have they finished that part? Because I never actually looked to see, but. Because the powers in that show are interesting. I'll give them that for sure. That has a very like unique like way of explaining abilities. Yeah. Does it? Yeah. So it hasn't gone. It hasn't finished the manga then, because it's. I don't think, because I thought. Didn't he have a couple endings, or I forget? I thought there was something with that series where like he changed his mind or something. The creator, where he was going to have a specific ending and then he changed it later on. That's yeah. Okay. So that's yeah. Because they talked about the Dark Continent, because that's where his father was. And then they're like, nah, we're done. And it's like, but what about the whole point of him getting his powers back? It's like, guys, why did you even bother giving him any abilities? Or minor spoilers. I mean, it's called Hunter x Hunter. It's Gon can't be in the show without abilities. But I like the Chimera. Well, I like parts of the Chimera Antark. I never thought I would say a cat girl is scary until I saw that. Although I guess ReZero did the scary cat girl as well. So seems to be a popular thing, making cat girls evil now. Yeah. Wait, which is Nifapito? Oh, that's I forgot. It's been so long, honestly. My brain just like went to like memories, and I don't think like on it like it's drawn a certain way, but I mean it's an ant, like you know. I guess wait that doesn't. I guess it kind of makes more sense if it's an ant, but wouldn't that be? I'm trying to think. I guess it doesn't matter. It's an anime. I was trying to be like, is that really true to like the hierarchy of ants? And I'm like, wait, who cares? Yeah, I don't remember when they said it, but because I don't think they ever really say anything, but they're yeah, it's never really implied. Is I guess what I'm saying. It's like I don't think it was anyway. Wait, why is it? Oh, because that's on that layer. I'm like, why is that not working? Yeah, but anyway, like the abilities in that show were fun. Is the point? Yeah, like I didn't like the design for the main big bad. Like what's his whatever his. I think you said his name. The name of that character. The uh, the guy who looks like the ant that looks like Cell, like perfect Cell, and I'm like, and I kind of wonder if that was on purpose or if they just like it has to be mildly on purpose. There's no way you accidentally make something look that close. Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's. I would just they're ants. I would say it. It has no like sense of morality. So I would call it. I would use it. It's a monster. It's a monster. Huh. Weird. Yeah. Well, Killa's whole family is weird. Oh no. It's funny. Same. I keep hearing that they might remake that they might remake Soul Eater, but I think that project just keeps falling in and out of production. Like I'm really want I'd love to see that, but I'm sure it's really hard to get the fun like it's hard to like get all that to get like to work. So I can't remember who. Cause, I mean that's Bones. You think that they'd want to? I think they want to do it. I think it's just trying to like get the production to work and get time for it. Their world is the like definitely one of the worst up there in some of the one of the worst ones to live in. Like I mean, One Piece is hard to live in, but if you're not a pirate, well, I don't know. It's still pretty bad. Because MHA, if you're not a hero, it's not that bad to live in that world. As long as you know nothing's happening in your city, I guess. As long as the like Liberation Front doesn't appear out of nowhere and just cause all kinds of chaos, you'll be fine. But Hunter x Hunter's got like just a world that's just like, oh, everything's terrible and there's no good guys really, because everyone's really just a mercenary, not a hero. Like Hon's not really a hero. He's just kind of like a good friend, I guess, is what I would say. I mean, he has heroic traits at times, but like he's friends with an assassin. So kind of hard to say he's a good guy. Like, I mean, he doesn't hurt animals. I'll give him that. But he almost did. Got a stern lecture for that. I mean, the cult in ReZero is pretty nasty too. I wouldn't want to run into them. They're very all of them are very scary. Even like the first one, the gluttony people are scary. And they were one of the weaker branches, so he's nice, but he's it. Yeah, he. Maybe I'm just like reacting more to the Chimerian arc and seeing like he can like he almost like really hurt people when he was upset. So he's very emotional. Like if someone he cares about is in danger or and he's frustrated, he can become really dangerous. Which I know isn't just his trait. There's been other heroes like that, but usually they're not the main character. It's kind of cool if like. I like his. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like his intro and how they introduce him is really it's well done. I'm just saying that like he can definitely be he's much like early Naruto. He's very reactionary. Like the difference is like there's people around him to tell Naruto to tell him to stop. Usually. Well, Glenn's kind of on his own and has to figure that stuff out all by himself. In Dungeon Mesh, he just has great characters all around. Like I love all those characters. I'm so excited to see more of that. Like it's so crazy how that went from how quickly that they were able to like just like amp it up. And I don't want to spoil like I mean obviously it's I mean it's old. It's not new, but still I'm sure there's people that might not have seen it, so I don't want to spoil it. But it's like it is really good, so I highly recommend that one. Like really good character design and really cool story so far, so I'm really excited to see where they go with that. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. That's okay. Oh well. I can do at least keep the darks on the same layer as this. I don't mind that. Yeah. And solo leveling was fun. Well, I mean, not what is fun. It's just on a break, obviously, because they have to. There's that movie that's coming out, I think, and then there's there's something else after that. I think they have to prepare for the next part of the next arc is going to be a movie, I heard, and then they're going to do the rest probably just as a show. So short these legs a little bit. Only a little. I mean, you can be pretty. Huh. Oops. Is this the right layer? Yeah, it is. It's not dark enough, that's why. Oops. Yeah, I don't know if I saw the movie. I did, because I... Have you seen any... Well, you said you didn't see that. Never mind. I was going to say you see the My Hero movie, but no. The movies were okay. I would say, like, the second one... I haven't seen the first, and I haven't seen the fourth. And the One Piece ones, unfortunately, you do have to know a little bit of the lore, so you can't just jump into them. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I might get that. I'm holding back on getting Netflix for a little bit. Waiting for some new stuff to start showing up on there. Like, I think there's a couple things coming out in the near future that I might want to check out. I'll have to check out see what the release dates are on certain things because I thought could have sworn there was like something I was looking forward to that's coming to that, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, there's a couple good anime on there though. On I mean they I think they started to realize that like every time they put more anime or they put big movies on there, they get a lot of viewers. Because apparently that for a while there, that was the hot like I think their anime was like one of their biggest areas. Oops, that's kind of cool. I kind of nope, never mind. It looks terrible. Change my mind. Change my mind. I hate it. Let's see. Is that going to show up on this side? Nope, it's going to show up all the way over here, because why wouldn't it? Let's see what this does. Nope, nothing. Nothing. I want it to... Sorry, I'm playing around with the... Oh wait, no, that's not what I want. Spraying effect. Okay. Nope. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. Well, there's a couple different. Interesting. Wait. No. It keeps looking like... Never mind. I guess I'll have to play around with this later. Oh wait, no. I thought I... Nope. Oh, I see. Never mind. I'll do this later. Okay. It's not gonna do what I want with this brush anyway. So I'm spending more time on this one drawing than I meant to. I was gonna do a couple of these characters, but I got so pulled into this one that I kind of decided to stick with it for a little more than I meant to. Which is okay. It's just it's far more developed than I thought I would get him. So. So let's start a different guy. do. Oh, what spell should it be this time? I have an idea. Chaos. Or like a Maelstrom kind of character. Like a jokester, kind of a spell that's become like a living, like jinx, kind of. It's like a hex spell that gains sentience, so it becomes like a. So I'm probably gonna give it like make it look like an elf. This one a female character. So me. Oops. Oh no. Oh, a ladybug. Yeah, they do that. I remember in college we had those ones that are not as nice as lady. They're like the orange ones, and they're not quite as nice because they come in like clouds, and they would just like get inside the building and just be everywhere. So, not helpful creatures that keep aphids under control. These were little walking calamities. Yeah. Yeah, they're unfortunately you just never know with those bugs. Like sometimes they're just set to. I'll try and save them too sometimes, but like you never know what they're gonna do. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Or a little goblin actually that got imbued with this chaos. That'd be fun. Instead of an elf, it's a goblin. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but it's still too close. Well, I mean, I can play around with it. Maybe have some watercolory brushes. That'd be kind of fun. Like, I'll play around with this one. I don't know. This one's a little bit. I might stick to. I'll put this one aside because maybe I can do something with that, but maybe stick to like more direct spells. Trying to think what I should do for other spells. Like maybe I was about to do like maybe like a shield or like a. See, but that would just end up looking like a Dark Souls boss. I was gonna do an armor spell, but I'm trying to think how to make the armor interesting without looking like just that really big guy from Dark Souls. Fat one with the hair. But maybe like ooh, maybe like a just a slice spell and make it just like a. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Is just think more literal, like, or just more just function. So like, make it like a slice spell and make it have like just be this like energy that's just semi-transparent and it's just like. Or this looks like that Spider-Man villain. I'm gonna. Oh, a silence spell would be kind of cool. I gotta think of how to make it, what to do that as. Maybe just like a Medusa kind of thing, or like, but with like the minute it sees you, can silence you. Maybe to play off of it, I'll make her a librarian. It's just like this specter kind of. I can just like. The spells turn into just like a. I work in the form. Probably it's going this way. Contrapposto, then that would be going that way. So yeah, more like that. Oops. Lower the opacity of this and then draw on top of it. Oops. Nope. Draw. I said draw on top of it. Nope. Wrong layer. Just wide eyes is actually better. Brushes, why do you do this to me? You're killing me. Guys, why are you doing this to me? You keep forgetting that I hate when you do this. Guys, why? You know what? Fine. Let's go to a different brush because nope, you're doing it's still. Ah! It's like you got to a new layer and it's like I'm gonna forget how everything works for you. There you go. Thank you. I was just trying to get the pressure sensitivity back. Was that so hard? Be right back. Nope, I have nothing. Ask you real quick. Okay. Like a silent spell that's become sentient. Maybe even like you can't see its mouth is covered. But she's holding her lips up to her finger up to her lips. No. And there's just cute. It's like a lock almost. Bum, 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 bum. Fix her form though, she's totally off. She's totally off. I don't like the size of this brush. Maybe she also has like some chains hanging off of her. Like this like specter of like still with the hair, there's just like these chains that are just like floating around her. Hmm. Uh, for for acrobatics, they're free is difficult because there are like ArtStation has entire like collections you can purchase, but for free it's a little trickier because like I think there's no, that probably won't help with this. That's good for just I, hmm. Yeah, I mean like I used to say Pinterest, but you just gotta be careful with Pinterest because you might get AI that just like isn't reliable because it's fake. But there's but yeah, like look up other things like search. What is that? Cirque du Soleil or and then like or like or even just like gymnastics. Use other words. Just uh, what else? I guess martial art. Certain martial arts like Tai Chi or something like that. Might maybe you might find some good stuff in there. So where's that brush I was looking for? I think it's. Is it? No. Here it is. Yeah, almost. Oh, this is the opposite. That's the opposite of what I want. But yeah, there's a couple that you can do that way. There's a. I guess this kind of looks cool. Yeah, that's good work. Yeah, it's too much, too crazy. Little weights offer is okay, but going. I don't like this. I changed my mind. At least I don't like that part, but wait. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I mean, this is these are just these aren't characters. These are kind of just spirits. That's what makes them a little more tricky. Is they're just supposed to be disposable and not have any. They're just like a single like trait of a spell. Which is mine. Maybe I'll go with the chains actually and give her short hair actually instead of long hair. Cause, and just change. I'll just change this pose. Give her a more. I have a better idea. Nope, not that. And then just give her more of a like. Yeah, let's try and. And this one could be like a human mage that was part of a. Maybe she was part of the like law enforcement or some, not law enforcement, just like, or like she was like part of a team that was trying to like keep the peace, but like unfortunately like the spell that she was using to keep people from hurting each other took control of her. So it's be a little pixie character. Do another one of those. But she'll actually be like more like with the clear wings. What else I could do for her? She could just be a normal fairy. I mean, pixie otherwise. Just been trapped with this spell. So. Yeah, she's gonna have these sleeves, and there's gonna be like just chains coming out of them. Or not even chains, just. I guess she doesn't even need chains. She's just a living spell. She can just be the spell itself and just be it, like emitting it. At all times. Like you can't control it anymore. It's just constantly coming from her. I said I was gonna work a little on the comic. Let's do that. I'm starting to fade. I need to do something. It's, some of these pages look like. Oh yeah, I was working on this one. Let's finish this one up. Okay. Sorry. Gotta get comfortable. Okay. Let's work on her a little more. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. So is there any shows or anime that you're looking forward to for the late fall, early winter season? It's like I said, I was looking forward to the that Spy Family, but I was curious if you had any. Excuse me. really start this so a little later than I should, but I'll try and get through some of this. Would like to at least get this page done. At least the initial line work, anyway. And this is the first page with Grace and Grace and Nyla showing up. We're showing them on their just surveying the land to make sure everything's safe and all the animals are keeping stock of in this area before they find something very interesting. Yeah, I heard that's coming out in December, or is it late November? I forget. That's something that will get me to get Netflix again, because I am very curious for several reasons. Like, how are they going to do this? And I think it's all been recorded a while ago, and there was just like later stuff that they had to like add on. But everything with, yeah, seeing how they handle Vecna and all that's going to be very interesting. I forgot his real name. I just think of that character as Vecna, even though. Kind of consistent. I gotta get her used to drawing her again. I don't think she had a beating mark, actually. I can't remember if she did. Did she? Yeah, it'll be interesting seeing how they resolve all that, because they kind of left it on a note of like anything could happen. The city's in danger. Yeah. What is it with me and glasses with drawing people? I always forget. I need to clean up this drawing, but I don't think this is even the clean version. This is just a JPEG. Yeah. Uh-oh. Where's my drawing? Yeah. Okay. Actually, what I can do is open there. There. There we go. Problem solved. This is just the first pass. I can be messy if I want. It's fine. Actually, I forgot her hair covers her ears a little bit. Her hair's back here, not up here. That's why it looked weird. There. Yeah. That's more like it. I'm gonna move her hand down a little bit because she's right in her face. I can lower it a little bit. I wonder if they're going to bring back that girl from the other storyline that was in the other psychic that was from the city that she helped. I wonder if they're going to become a part of the story now. Because it's probably going to become like national news that whatever's going on in their town, so maybe she'll come to help. Do you have any predictions? I do hope that one character wakes up soon, or like I'm not sure what's gonna happen with her. Obviously, that's not gonna be resolved right away. That's a thing there. That's gonna be one of their driving forces. Probably is gonna be to try and save her. So. even with all that, I'm still curious to see how they're going to handle the fact that the actors aged quite a bit. Like that's a big jump in time for a lot of them. This isn't like voice acting where you could try and hide it. Like you're gonna notice they're very different. Which continuity wise is going to be. I'm very curious to see how they handle that. Unless it's like gonna jump forward in time somehow, but I don't know. With what was happening, I'm not sure how you would do that because that's a pretty big thing happening. So jumping forward in time is the last thing you want when that's happening. So we'll see. I'm curious. I'm really excited for more of Vox Machina. To see that. I was listening to the trailer for Critical Role's campaign 4, and having Brennan Lee Mulligan be the GM is going to be really interesting because he's done things for them before, and he's really good at like he doesn't hold back. Like he is not afraid to just be like, well, party wipe, TPK, TPK. And Mighty Nine getting a series, an animated series, is going to be so much fun. Because Jester is like what got me into, like, yeah, that whole story with Jester and everything is what got me into that. Listening to all those. Poor Sprinkle. I can't wait to see what happens with that. It's just Grism. I love the that poor little ferret. They kept forgetting that. I love that Matt just like kind of forgot that she had that, and later on she's like, maybe I just give him a little healing spell. That's all. It's like they're like inside a volcano. It's like, yep, healing spell. There's no oxygen. Healing spell. Poor little critter. Just let it go. Let's rough this out. fading. Help! My brains! Yeah, this is really off. I'm just gonna draw. I think I'm just. Oh, I hate. No. Must fight to draw more. Yeah, that's fine. It's always good. It's good to just do like drawing sessions where you're just practicing and just getting the ideas of what you. I mean, that's what I was doing with those spells. They're going to be things that are in the story, but I don't have anything concrete yet, so I'm just like roughing them out. So it's good to have like that exercise of drawing, like, working on that kind of stuff because your characters are going to be doing that a lot. So. Yeah. Put the spot for the dialogue boxes up here. I'm gonna try and start putting those in. I should be doing that with these drawings anyway, fitting in space for them. Because I'll probably draw over this one more time anyway, but I'm very tired. So I'm sure I'm gonna want to clean this up one more time. So I'm just gonna rough it right now and try and. How are we doing on time? I'll draw for like another 10 minutes, I say. So powering down. Must fight for drawing. Must make progress. Yeah. Yeah, originally I was going to try and draw them in a different style, but I thought that was too confusing, so I thought... Because I was going to do it just to show how different their setting was, but it was too watercolory, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to stick with the way I draw the rest of the comic. That's why? Because the feathers here. Erase that. Makes it look like she... Let me look far more dramatic than what she's saying. Where she's just gonna be... Well, that one needs work, but let's clean it. This one definitely needs work. I want to clean this one up. Delete. Good idea, but I kind of like more where it was going with the first one, but just... She's wearing the vest. Maybe. Try the vest. Yeah. Shoulder things are fine. That's the one part I do want to keep. Wrist. I made her dress is based around a blue ring octopus. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Even though she's not poisoned, which is weird. I think I kind of just like the design. I like the blue circles. Actually, her head facing down makes more sense based on what because she's looking at something. So maybe just make her head not quite as big. Come on. Let's go back to this. Maybe is something to just when it's here. Kind of clean it up a little bit so she's. Sorry, I have to really focus with this part. Oh, I forgot. Oh well, darn. I forgot. I have to work more on this stuff tomorrow because I'm really fading fast, and it looks like everyone else is starting to as well. So, thanks for everyone for hanging out and drawing with me and just talking about everything. That was a fun conversation. I'll be streaming on Twitch tomorrow, and I'll be probably working more on these characters again on Wednesday because it's a fun idea of like trying to come up with these like characters that are like yeah, these kind of characters that are just weird living spells. So work more on this one too tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll have this one done by next week. I should have this one done for the next stream. So I should have just worked more on her. Oh well. It's okay. Hey, it's fine. We talked a lot earlier. It was, I totally get it. I would once I got into focus mode, I was the same way. I was just like, I can't. My brain just is just like all resources are tapped. Must focus on this. But no, I had fun talking earlier about all that stuff. So that was the best part. And yeah, I'll be back again on like I said, Wednesday, or if you wanted to drop by in my Twitch stream tomorrow. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your night and have fun drawing acrobatic characters. I'll try and think of some other places to look, but I think honestly, like I'm sure you've already found a bunch, so but I'll try and think of some myself. But yeah, have a great night, everyone. Take care.